SoundHound AI has been blessed with the Midas Touch of Nvidia. In the past month, SoundHound stock is up over 250% after Nvidia reportedly owned a small $3 million stake in the company. With earnings happening on Thursday after the market closes, what should one know about this AI company? Let's get started. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for the subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode. All right, so for those not familiar, SoundHound AI is a very small company currently with a market cap of 1.7 billion. It focuses on conversational AI, which is pretty much AI to speech, and we're going to take a closer look at all the markets it hits. But we can see right now the stock is very, very volatile. In the past 5 days, the stock is up over 63%. In the past month, the stock is up over 253%. And in the past year, the stock is up over 122%. And some of you might be wondering, hey, Jose, what has this stock done to deserve this overall raise in the past 5 days alone? I want to say not much in forms of valuation. We can see the biggest thing is earlier last week, we did see that NVIDIA showcased their 13F, and they showcased that they had SoundHound AI as an investment of roughly $3.7 million. I do want to remind investors that are watching this channel is this is the first time that NVIDIA has given us their 13F. So we don't really know when the company purchased this stock. And I am worried that a lot of investors right now unfortunately believe that this 13F means that NVIDIA purchased SoundHound in the last quarter, which is not true. It could have happened multi years ago. There's actually a video of SoundHound's AI CEO that went on CNBC and talked a little bit more about what's happening and kind of explained their product a little bit better. But inside this 5-minute video, the kind of news anchor did ask SoundHound CEO about NVIDIA's investment. And SoundHound CEO just mentioned that NVIDIA has been an investor for a long time. So again, if you are getting excited about SoundHound, thinking that this is a company that NVIDIA is investing in now, that's not necessarily true. But like I mentioned, outside of that, there might be some truth to maybe the future growth story. Looking at valuations, that's a whole different case. But looking at the business is where we're going to start off right now. So SoundHound gave us a great investor presentation on November 2023. Before we go any further, I just want to say thank you all for the amazing support we are getting in this channel. We're closing into 40,000 subs. That is insane. So if you haven't and you are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button. Finally, if you want to support this channel a little bit more, check out my special offer at fool.com/Jose. Now back to today's episode. Here, SoundHound tells us a little bit more about their mission and vision. They're pretty much are creating conversational AI platform that exceeds human capabilities, delivers value and delight to end users, creates an ecosystem with billions of products. Here we can see the overall products that they have right now. They have Smart Answering, a custom AI powered voice assistant and answering service. They have Smart Ordering, easy to understand voice assistant that takes phone orders and automatically process them. We can obviously already can think of a market that can use them, the restaurant business. And then they also have other types of AI solutions dealing with the conversational market. Now here, SoundHound tells us a little bit more of the markets that they're trying to hit. They're trying to hit the automotive, the IoT, the hotel industry, the web industry, the mobile industry, and the call center industry. Right now, they believe this total addressable market for voice AI is over $160 billion by 2026. And we can see they're really focusing on things like auto mobility, the restaurant, customer service, IoT, entertainment, and those are the products they're focusing in right now. And these are future opportunities for SoundHound. It could be in the financial, in the healthcare for things like appointment scheduling, prescription refills, symptom checkers, the retail market, the contact center, and the overall enterprise. So we can see they are really focused in this top value right here, but they do believe there's plenty of growth opportunity in the future. So they have a 3-pillar system. We'll take a closer look at the 3 pillars, but each pillar is focused on a different subsegment of of revenue. The first pillar is going to be more or royalty based and based on volume usage and life. The second is going to be more of subscription, where revenue is more on like a monthly basis. And the final one is going to be more like ads and commerce, which is going to be more of a monetization platform. So pillar one, which was the royalty, is more on the automotive industry. And right now for 2021 total addressable market, they mentioned they had roughly 1 to 2% customer auto unit penetration. They do showcase that SoundHound's technology is used in a lot of tier one products like Honda. I think I saw Honda. Yep, Hyundai, Jeep, Fiat, and the list goes on and on. Now they believe this market opportunity can grow drastically by 2026. And right now we are definitely seeing more automotive players focused in some form of AI solutions of conversation for their products. So there's definitely an opportunity for SoundHound right now. Now, the one that I really see much of the opportunity and where we're seeing a lot of wins is Pillar Two. This is kind of that subscription based, and this is in the restaurant business. They believe this is a huge global total addressable market of roughly $3.7 trillion by 2026. And SoundHound AI is making some great partnerships with some big players. We're going to showcase how they're already in like things like White Castle in the Midwest. Now, pillar number three is more of monetization, ads, or commerce. And this is kind of adding just that conversational AI to create ads where they believe voice ads are a lot more sticky than maybe some of the other ads out there. So if you are curious about SoundHound, I definitely recommend checking out their YouTube channel. On a monthly basis, or at least every 2-3 weeks, they do release new videos of how their technology is being implemented around the world or around some other customers. For example, 3 weeks ago, they showcased how White Castle adds AI to the menu. And this voice assistant is Julia, who is kind of taking the order. She's now the person taking the orders for White Castle, and they are in limited White Castles right now in the Midwest of the United States. They also showcased about a month ago a demo of Jersey Mike having an automated phone ordering system where you can call Jersey Mike and tell him what you want, and it's the AI kind of collecting the order for you. So pretty interesting. Again, if you are curious about SoundHound and the different solutions that they have, make sure to check it out. It does seem like they're getting a lot of wins in the restaurant business. Now, based on recent articles, like we saw that with White Castle, and we also saw that with Jersey Mike, here we can see on December 7th of 2023, SoundHound AI acquires Sync 3 to expand its AI customer service solutions and create the largest voice AI provider for restaurants. So we can see right now SoundHound is really focused on that pillar 2 business, and I can definitely see a growth opportunity here. Now, if we take a closer look at SoundHound's most recent earnings, which were reported November 9th of 2023, the company saw their revenue grow to 13.3 million. That 13.3 million was up 52% sequentially and 19% year over year. Within the third quarter results, they mentioned strong traction with the enterprise restaurant, just like we saw right now, and the new orders and new acquisitions that they made. They're also seeing kind of a nice deployment in the automotive industry right now. They mentioned a part of an extensive pilot with DS Automotive, a Stellantis brand, making it the first in-vehicle voice assistant in Europe to have integrated generative AI capabilities. I do want to say, recently we did see in CES where a competitor, Sorens, has been focusing on the AI solution in the automotive market. So it's going to be pretty interesting that this is definitely a competitive landscape. And now with the technology of large language models and AI solution, it does seem like maybe that gap of entrance has of moat has decreased a little bit. So something to keep in mind out when looking at SoundHound. Now, most recently on February 21st of 2024, global first as SoundHound AI's voice assistant with integrated ChatGPT goes into full production with Stellantis DS Automotives. We saw how in the third quarter they were more in the pilot system. Now they're kind of seeing this overall growth in that market. Now, like I mentioned, the company is expected to report earnings on Thursday, February 29th, when the market closes, and analysts are expecting roughly $17.7 million in revenue, which would be an 86% jump compared to same time last year. Obviously, we can definitely see a nice growth story in this company, but at the end of the day, earnings per share are estimated to still be at a loss of roughly 6 cents. Now, when looking at a growth company like SoundHound, right, this is a company that's still not profitable, but it is growing at some impressive levels. I do believe it's important to take a closer look at their balance sheet. We can see cash and short-term investments right now is roughly $96 million. Total long-term debt is roughly 83. So again, normally with a growth stock like this, I would like them to have a nice amount of cash and short-term investment and no debt at all. So roughly that would be the first thing that would kind of be a yellow flag. Obviously, because this is a growth company, we tend to see kind of free cash flow be on the negative, and they tend to burn roughly $20 million in cash per quarter. So we're most likely going to see some form of way that SoundHound in the future is going to raise cash. And if I may be honest, with the overall excitement that the stock price has seen, I wouldn't be surprised if SoundHound does some form of offering at these levels, right? This is some really high levels compared to what it was just a month ago. So if the company wants to build cash, I'm pretty sure we're going to see an offering pretty soon. Now, will SoundHound be a company that I personally would buy? I would say no. I mean, price to sales ratio for this company is pretty high. Even looking at a forward 1 year basis it's almost 24 months from now. That's still sitting at 17.9. I mean, me personally, this is a company's valuation has been below 10 in most of these ratios and timeline. And that's where I would like it if I was to enter in this market with SoundHound. So right now, I do believe SoundHound is a company that probably has very low volume, is getting that huge excitement for AI. So there's a lot of profitable endeavors here if you are a trader and you know how to trade, but I don't know how to trade. I'm more of a long-term investor, and for that reason I think I am more likely to kind of pass on this company and not even bat an eye if the stock goes up even further, because there's high risk, especially with the overall excitement. Also, I if you want to check out that video that came out on CNBC about 6 days ago with the CEO, in my mind, the CEO was really trying to milk this NVIDIA investment, even though it was not something that happened this quarter, from what he mentioned. So I do believe that also brings a negative taste in forms of management from my first exposure to them. So let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on SoundHound? Do you believe they're going to go up after earnings? Again, very low flow company to some extent, very small company, so price action could be very volatile. But in the long term, I personally would stay away. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.